Hey Gemini, welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. If this is your first time here, I really appreciate you checking the channel out. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. What I do for you here is just pretty basic, simple, quick, more so quick than anything else. Romance reading, kind of get the love energy between you and whoever Gemini your romantic interest is. And this one is for the week of February 6th. I draw 3 to represent your energy. See what we got here. And then I will draw 3 to represent your interest energy. Now, with any of these, a lot of times it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple when it comes out, the messaging. But every once in a while, something might be a little vague. I do have a second deck here, fresh and ready to go for clarification, should that come up, should that be necessary. So Gemini, with this one being about you, I'm gonna go ahead and start off with you. Leading it out, and keep in mind this is the energy going into that week. I wish I had a better, I need like a wooden table, because this fabric, it bunches up and I'm, Anyway, sorry. You're leading it off with the 4 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups is apathy. It's, refusing gifts you are being offered. That is the general meaning of this one. You're refusing the offering of other people. The apathy is the whole, you put your hand on somebody's shoulder, like, hey, how you doing? And they're like, hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm busy. I'll get back with you later. Kind of brushing you off. And then I have the Lovers. Now, the Lovers, a lot of people will say that it represents soulmates, it represents this and that. My personal interpretation of this is, and this is probably one of my most favored cards in the deck, is it represents values alignment. Your core beliefs, your methodology, the way that you look at problems and solve them are aligned. Having the most basic pillars, the foundation of your relationship being built solid, having solid ground to stand on, means when the other crap happens, like the lesser crap happens, it's a lot easier to blow past it, to brush it aside, to solve it and move on, because deep down, the most integral parts of your connection are in line with each other. And that is paramount to having a successful relationship. That's what the Lovers means to me. Values alignment. And then you have one that doesn't really come up too often, at least with me, is the 6 of Cups, which is harmony. It's opening up. Are you confident and just are afraid to express it? Because your energy coming out of here is that of, I don't want to say apathy, but that's the energy that you're putting out for other people, of you seeming like you are unenthusiastic, you aren't seeming quite in the game. The values are there. What's stopping you from attaining, harmony? What is that? What's keeping you from opening up? I'm gonna clarify that, because I want to know. I want to know, what do you mean? What? You know what? I'm just gonna clarify 2 of those. Apparently that one's important. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clarify both this apathy and this harmony. because it's kind of strange to me to have apathy and then the lovers and then harmony, because if it was just these two, that's like the full circle of awesomeness. You are in a great emotional state. You are ready to go, and your values are in line with how a relationship should work. You are in that power. You have that energy of truly, romantic energy alignment. That is a great thing. And then you throw that apathy in there for no reason. But everything does come out for a reason. So we're going to find out what that means too. So Gemini, leading off this apathy, it's starting to become a little more clear now. You're coming out of a rut, and you still aren't completely over it, and that energy is conflicting. Your apathy is caused primarily that this one fell out. A lot of times when stuff falls out, there's a real reason for it. I like to just draw three. It always comes out right. Sometimes something jumps. This is it. This is your 8 of Wands. It is movement. It's fast action. It's romance. But then you have and keep that one in mind. Then you have this Ace of Cups, which is a new love, a new beginning of a new love of something, of someone, a new emotion added into that love. But then you have this 7 of Swords, which is deception. Have you reached a new... Is it too good to be true? There we go. I was trying to think of that phrase, and it just didn't want to come to me. It didn't. Is that what's in your mind though? Is this new emotion, this new feeling, this new stage of a relationship seem like it's too good to be true? Is it just great? Do you see good things, but your gut's telling you, something is amiss here? Is that kind of where you're at? Because when you have that feeling, when you have that, it doesn't seem right feeling, we will project hot and cold. If it seems like it's too good to be true, part of us, like the emotional side of us, is excited. This is great, this is awesome, this is amazing, everything going on is perfect, it's flowing right, it's the rose-tinted glasses. But then the logic side of us are like, something doesn't click here. So you have that hot and cold mentality, and you may not even realize it. But that's your energy going into it. Something just ain't right. Something just ain't. Something just isn't. You're second guessing yourself. But then you have the Lovers. Are you truly recognizing that this person does have the same values? Does this person come out the gate in a way that really deep down, in whatever phase of this relationship it may be it a current or a desire for a new one, or a fresh new relationship in general, is this what you're seeing? And maybe this is what your gut is talking about. You're seeing all these values aligned. You're seeing all these things. You know what your values are. You're confident in yourself. Because if you weren't, then this beauty wouldn't have came out. You know what you believe in. Are you thinking that they're maybe putting on a front and just trying to get into your life, and then suddenly they'll turn around and change? Your harmony, you're opening up. This is what you want. It's boiling deep in there. It wants to come out because you are bursting with insane romantic energy. Insane. You have the Empress, the mother of the deck, the divine feminine of them all, the one that can receive immense amounts of love, empathy, can feel, can, really be the matriarch of a relationship, be it male or female or anywhere in between, anything that you have, the motherly figure, the motherly energy, the family matriarch, the one who, rocks the cradle, however you would want to really interpret that in that realm of understanding, if that makes sense. But you have that energy about you. That is big energy. Big energy. And then on top of that, you have your Two of Pentacles, which is balance. So not only do you have this emotional side, this motherly, this feminine emotion, this ability more so to receive love, you are open, you are a sponge, you can feel it. You also have balance. My biggest fear, especially with this apathy and this values alignment, was that you were getting too far ahead of yourself. Like, it was the honeymoon phase all over again, where the emotions are running rampant, everything's awesome, everything's new, everything's great. But a lot of times when that happens, especially Gemini, if you are the one who are experiencing the honeymoon phase more so than the other person, then it's easy to get lost in it. You don't quite have the balance. You may start second guessing yourself. I know a lot of us, we don't really think back to the honeymoon phase because it's fleeting, it's quick, it's rapid, but you have balance behind it. And then you have that Six of Cups again, opening up. You are bursting with it and you want to open up. But is it too good to be true? You know what you want, you know how you feel, but is it too good to be true? That's what this is all about with you. Is it too good to be true? Whatever this situation is this week, whatever this romantic story behind your life is going on this week, did somebody change, seemingly for the better? Is it too good to be true? So Gemini, let's go into your romantic interest and see what we have with them. Leading them off is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is inspiration, creativity. They're bringing new ideas, especially with their willpower to the table. This might be where you're thinking it's too good to be true. If they're all of a sudden having these new ambitious ideas, new, carrying themselves a little better, carrying themselves a little sturdier, maybe flirting a little more than they usually do, that's why. They have that creativity and ambition going on. And if that's out of the ordinary, what's the first thing you're going to be thinking? Where did this come from? Is this temporary? So now you're validated. And this is furthering that. The Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is generosity in the physical world. This could be anything from them taking you to, really nice dates, suddenly opening up about going somewhere that you're not usually used to. If you like a specific restaurant and they've always said, this is terrible, I hate it, I'll never go there. And out of nowhere, they're suddenly smooth talking, real nice, let's go to your favorite restaurant. and I'll just bring a clothespin and just drink water. But I'll go there for you, you know? Or maybe they'll even try the food. Or are they also giving you a lot more physical compliments than you're used to? Are you suddenly hearing the words beautiful a lot more? Or any equivalent, or maybe something dirtier, is this person's giving you a lot of reasons to question what's going on this week. A lot of reasons. And this is the one, I'm gonna have to clarify this one too. Man, this is sometimes, okay, so the devil, when that card comes out, I always like to clarify it, unless it comes out in a clarification and, you know, it's part of the main meaning. But this is 3 things in this spread that I've had to clarify. But Gemini, and I do apologize because that makes the video longer, but I want you to have the most information possible. I really do. Because this one is that 8 of Cups, which is walking away, which is moving on from an emotion. Now this means probably 1 or 2 things. It's either they're walking away from a situation into this new one, such as they're getting over what they've done in the past. If they're hurt, they're healing from it, they're moving on, which is causing this new phase. That's the one I'm hoping for. Or they're walking away and moving on to a different phase that isn't quite as, you may be becoming more of a diversion than their focus, which is the worst of the 2. But I don't like things being vague. I don't like it. I want you to have the best answers I can possibly give you. So Gemini, your romantic interest, tell me, what are they walking away from? Is this person genuine? In Gemini, I don't want to say let their guard down, but at least entertain the idea that maybe this person is a little different. Maybe they're coming to an understanding that Gemini is not one to be messed with. Okay. I was worried. I'm no longer worried. This person, trust your gut. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna preface this with that. Always trust your gut. My wife will always say trust your gut, and I'll follow her lead on that. Trust your gut. If you feel something's wrong, don't go into it and just lower all your guard. Don't do that. Everybody's very specific circumstance can vary, and what you don't want to do is go into something with expectations that are higher than what they should be. But I'm also not saying to go into it completely skeptical. Entertain it. Entertain the idea that maybe things are different. And if anything else, just enjoy the attention you're gonna get. I mean, be a little selfish. You deserve it. Gemini, let me explain why I came to that conclusion. To recap, walking away, moving on. They're moving on because they have found ways to manifest what they want to happen. They have found the will, the desire, they have the ability to make things happen that they want. This is that person that suddenly gained a new state of mind because now they have the tools. The most basic example I can think of with manifestation is somebody who's unemployed cannot manifest things in the physical world because they don't have money. They cannot take you out to an expensive date. They cannot take you out to go to a movie. You're probably going to be the one that has to go pick them up to go to a cheap restaurant to have dinner. Now, sometimes that's fine, to each their own. But the gist of that is they don't have a job. In that metaphor, they don't have a job. This person just got a job. So now they have the ability to do those things, to make things happen. They may have found a emotional job. They may, but just the most basic metaphor to describe manifestation is exactly that. They have found a job, and they are now able to be confident in giving you things that they think you want. Be it the attention, be it the compliments, be it the taking you out to expensive, fun things. This is the big one. Wheel of Fortune. The completion of the cycle. They have been in a situation where their wheels have been turning. This is somebody who's probably been either really withdrawn or controlling. This is somebody who has been, they may have paid attention to you, but not the amount that you deserve. They may have been, the kind of person that comes in and, says, hey, I'm home, kisses you on the cheek, and then disappears somewhere. The kind of person that, they do seem like they care, but they've been distant, withdrawn. That they've come to a realization. They have the ability to manifest what they want because they've completed that cycle. Their energy this week is out of that, whatever it was before that was not benefiting you. Because they've came to a new truth, which is that Ace of Swords. It is a new idea, a new truth. They have realized the error of their ways. This is one of those things where if you walk in on somebody and they're crying and you have that realization, oh my goodness, that's my fault. They say some really hurtful things and insult the way you look or something. And you go into another room and you're upset. You don't have to be crying, but you're upset. You just got insulted. And they walk in and they see that. Or you say something you don't mean. And you walk in and you see the damage that it has done. You have one of two options right there. There are two truths you can come into. There's the apathy truth where, good, you got what you deserved, or I really don't care if you're upset. Or in this case, it's I really should rethink the repercussions. I should really rethink my actions because these are the repercussions of how I'm acting. This is somebody who's realized what they have done is not the right thing. Because if they thought it was the right thing, there wouldn't be generosity. There wouldn't be newfound willpower that coincides into you. This newfound generosity and willpower would be going outward, which was why I wanted to clarify this. I had to clarify it. Sometimes when we get in big arguments, I know sometimes people will, instead of try to solve the problem, they'll look for attention elsewhere. And when people do that, the chances of making a relationship killing or relationship preventing mistake go through the roof. Because when people get physically intimate with another person, especially when you are either interested in them or you are in a relationship with them, that is like the number one trust killing thing right there. Because that's secrets, that's hiding things. And if this person feels that they have to hide things from you, what all could they be hiding? Scary thought. But in this case, their energy is that of making it up to you, that of recognizing the issues that they've caused because they have that new truth. Gemini, take advantage of this week, but, trust your gut and make sure that you're not deceiving yourself. You're flattered, you like these new things, but trust your gut. Enjoy yourself, but don't let your guard down. Not all the way. Lose the apathy. Indulge in this new whatever this is. Enjoy yourself, but don't leave yourself wide open, because obviously you've been hurt before and you have every reason to go into this situation thinking that it could happen again. But also, don't go into it assuming that's their intent, is just to, you know, be sweet on you to get what they want and then move on again. People can change. It is possible. Very specific situations that people have that cause them to do really stupid things can go away. And that's not saying that another situation down the road won't come up that they will do something stupid. I mean, that could happen with you. A situation could come on later on that forces you to do something stupid. There are situations that I have went through that have forced me to do and say things that are stupid. It happens, you know, in a relationship, because there's so many variables coming back and forth. But this problem right here, from what this problem's done. If it comes up later on, this problem, then it's a new version of this problem, because something else has opened, you know, that cycle. But if it's left behind, then it's left behind, and you'll be all the better for it. So Gemini, I really do appreciate you sticking through the video, hearing all the stuff that I had to say regarding the messaging here. I do apologize that it was a longer video, but like I said, I'm not a big fan of leaving stuff very vague. And if I would have just went over just the 3 meanings, it probably would have been a little more confusing, because having somebody tell you it's this, but it could be this, but it could be that, you know, it's like, well, thanks for kind of giving me information, but I would rather you have as precise as I can possibly do. I want you to have the information you need to succeed. So with that, Gemini, enjoy the week, enjoy the attention, have some fun, but keep an eye over your shoulder. But ultimately, Gemini, you're smart. You got great energy about you. I think you'll be fine. I'll see you next week.